So next we'll talk about the other possibilities in the select menu. So first of all, we have grow selection. Now grow selection simply expands upon a current selection, adding a level to that. So simply select some components, hit grow selection, and it will grow it by one field. This of course is possible for all component types. If I have some edges selected, hit grow selection, it will now select the surrounding edges as well. And this can be done multiple times. Again, simply by middle clicking on a given menu, you actually repeat the last command. So now I can just keep on growing level by level. So next we have select adjacent. Now select adjacent allows me to select a different component type or the same component type based on the current selection set that I have. So if I wish, I have a edge set selected, for example here, I wish to select the points under that edge set, simply selecting adjacent will allow me to get that point selection set out of that. Very useful. Object selection and, for example, maybe polygons, and select all of the triangles on the object, or maybe all of the quads on the object, or maybe find all of the polygons that have more than 4 sides. A useful way of finding if you have, for example, invalid geometry for a certain engine or something like that, or for finding where you need to refine your model some more. Next we have various selection filters that select, for example, trees, branches, chains, etc. Pretty much self-explanatory. One that's very, very useful is select members components. This is especially useful if we have, for example, a cluster. I have this cluster selected, but what I actually want to be selecting maybe is the polygons inside the cluster. That's where this comes in handy. I simply select member components, and it's now selected not the clusters, but the polygons contained in that cluster. Finally, invert using filter, that's simply, or select all using filter, these simply use my currently selected selection filter and invert my selection on the entire object. Simply middle clicking, select all does the same, deselect and deselect all using filters are again the same.